This is 5 Minutes to Change Your Life. My name is Joanne Mallon. I'm an author and coach. I love helping people make wee changes that make a massive difference in their lives. Give me 5 minutes of your time today. Just might change your life. Hey, what about you? How you doing? I had a request this week from a listener to talk about balance. So that's what we're going to do. And by the way, please do get in touch if there's something that you want to hear about here, because it saves me from having to think things up. You'll be doing me a favour. Details of how to get in touch are in the show notes. Okay, so here's the thing about balance. Balance isn't something that you get, it's something that you do. Balance is not a static state you just achieve and then your life's all sorted. Because if you think about something that's balanced, let's say a seesaw or some scales, these things are always in motion. They tip one way, then they tip the other. Balance is a constant process of adjustment. And, being out of balance, it's part of that whole dance. Achieving equilibrium or balance, whatever you want to call it, whether that's in your life or if you just happen to be sat on a seesaw in the park, it takes work. It takes attention. It takes adjustment. And if you don't believe me, try lifting your leg right now so you're balancing on one leg because you won't be standing still. If you feel like your life is unbalanced at the moment, actually that's okay because that's part of the process of achieving better balance in the future. Sometimes you have to lose something in order to find it. Your life will not be perfectly aligned, perfectly balanced all of the time. Sometimes the stars shine bright, sometimes the sky is very cloudy. So, to find better balance, first of all, you have to define it. You have to get super clear on what it means for you. And then you have to adjust because it's this constant process of adjustment that's so important and it's different for every person. So, first up, ask yourself, if my life was more in balance right now, what would be happening that isn't already happening? Or another way to approach that is to ask yourself, what is going on in my life right now that tells me I'm not in balance? What's working and what's not? What needs to be adjusted? What needs to change? And the answers to these questions are things that I think are worth writing down, just so you can take your time and reflect, but also because when we get the thoughts out of our heads and onto paper, that's when we can start to look at them more objectively. And from there, that's where you'll find solutions. Now, for me personally, how I find balance, I find that looking ahead to what's coming up and doing what I can to anticipate stress as much as you can do, because life's full of the unexpected, isn't it? But I do tend to pause a lot to think about what's coming up. And if it's something that's likely to be draining, then I'll make a point of looking to balance that with something nourishing, something that fills me up. I've been really busy recently. There's been loads of trips here and there. And those kind of days that never seem to have quite enough hours in them? Yeah, I've had a lot of them. So the balance that I'm really looking for is a mix of activity and rest, presence and absence. Too much of anything is just too much. And I know it wouldn't be good for me. So in anticipation of this super busy time, I just took myself out for a day. Just all by myself. I just dropped off the radar, took in some long walks and art, and it was really great. And I was really recharged and able to deal with what actually turned out to be a really hard week afterwards. But I found that I could deal with the hard stuff because I'd recharged. I was fit for the fight. So remember these questions. What is going on in your life right now that tells you you're not in balance? What needs to change? And given that balance is a doing, not a being, what will you do to claim it for yourself? So I wish you every amount of balance and peace today. Please do leave a lovely review or rating wherever you happen to be listening, or pop a few pennies in the Ko-fi jar. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.